Alex. Hi, Chris. Who are you?
My name is Satye Ezekiel Nyangi, but you can call me Sat.
Do you know how hard that was for him to talk normally? Like, he was so holding down the urge to just start, like, rapping or something. My name... She just asked me my name. There's so many different things right now.
But for this episode, I'm Sat.
You're Sat, okay.
Yes.
You are sat on a nice white sofa.
Yes. A little tidbit, I work as a receptionist,
All right,
right?
Dad.
So
Joke, you know.
every time I call people, I say, hi, this is reception, because I don't want to say, hi, I'm Sat in reception. Someone can say, why are you sat in reception?
Hi, I'm sat in reception. Hi, I'm lying in bed. Or something like that.
Exactly. Or we'll be back, hey, I'm Satye in reception, but, you know, it's been a while since I've used my whole name. But yeah, I'm Sat, and I'm here to do this podcast with you guys because, I don't know why. Why am I here?
Because Alex watched a movie and he convened us here because he wanted to discuss it. He watched Avengers Endgame.
I did not watch Avengers.
Yeah, you did. You totally did. You told me that we had to get together and talk about it.
I don't want to spoil it for the rest of you, but, you know, Dumbledore. God.
Dies. Dumbledore died in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
I watched a different film.
You watched mid-80s or whatever.
No, not mid-80s. Called 8th Grade. It's so good. Have you even heard of it?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Yeah, in the group chat you said I watched
it's
mid-80s.
so good. It's so good. Like, it's about this, like, 13-year-old girl, and I, like, proper, like, I don't, what's the word?
Before you continue, do you watch Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I haven't watched any of the new series.
Oh, for God's sake.
She could be in Game of Thrones.
No, she's not.
What, Bella Ramsey?
No, it's not. She's not in Game of Thrones. She's not in Game of Thrones, but I proper just, what's the word? Empathise with her. Put yourself in... Nah, she's a good actress, though. I liked her. She's a dog.
That's who I just said, Bella Ramsey.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe you know her face and name. Like, I don't know her...
What's the word when you,
Empathise.
not even empathise, you just visualise yourself as them?
You relate to.
I related to her so much, and I've never, ever been a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, well, the rest of us watched a movie called Avengers Endgame.
Oh, you should watch it. You should watch 8th Grade. Directed by Bo Burnham. You know that guy?
By Burnham, yeah.
Do I know him?
He's like a YouTuber. He did
Then
like
no, I
annoying songs on his
probably
keyboard.
don't.
He's 27 years old and he's made a feature film. Fair play to the guy.
I probably don't know who he is.
You recognise him. He's like went from a YouTuber.
Mate, I listened to my first Frank Ocean song like a
Frank
week.
Ocean.
Frank Ocean song like a week
Which
ago.
one was it? Was it Off Blonde?
No, it was a cover of
Channel
Moon River, yeah.
Oh.
And that was
yeah.
because it was in Doom Patrol and I was like, oh my god, this song is amazing. This
Yeah,
version's amazing.
Wait, hold on. So this is your first introduction to Frank Ocean?
Yeah.
So my girlfriend can no longer be in purgatory because she didn't know who Frank Ocean was until I introduced her to Frank
I
Ocean.
knew who he was in theory. I knew he was a person. that sang.
Theoretically.
She theoretically didn't know who he was. So
Oh, I knew he existed, but
she
I just
theoretically didn't know he existed.
Frank
I just hadn't
Ocean's
listened
good,
to
man.
him.
What do you like Frank Ocean set, Chris?
My first introduction to Frank Ocean was through Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, me too, probably.
She? No. My introduction. The weirdest thing, I don't even know what. My introduction was Novocaine because someone said there's this guy that looks like Kanye West. So I checked it out.
Novocaine,
I don't
baby,
know what you guys are talking
baby,
about.
Frank Ocean. Our introduction to Frank Ocean.
He sang the song about Novocaine.
Baby, I want you.
Okay, it's a great... I love that we brought up Frank Ocean because, guys, I have a surprise for you.
Is he here?
Someone special is doing the intro music.
It's Frank Ocean.
Not quite, it's Noel Edmonds.
No, it's the Frank Ocean tribute band, musician.
Called Frank Pond.
No, he's called Terry Rivers.
Terry Rivers.
It would be great if you said it was Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers,
yeah.
Or
She's not
Ricky
a
Lake.
person.
Oh.
Yeah,
No.
Ricky Lake.
Damn it! Can we go back? Okay, so fine. Terry Rivers, can you please take it away? You're not as good as Frank Ocean, but okay.
Welcome to the Dorks Deduction Podcast, where we talk about stuff.
Thanks, Taz.
Seymour Skinner, nah.
See more skin.
Anyway, so you watched Avengers Endgame, Alex, and you loved it.
What is this? I didn't watch Avengers Endgame. Why are you trying to get me to say I did?
I remember you came into the studio today and you said, Chris. You tripped over a bit, and then you got back up. You said, Chris, I just watched Avengers, and I need to talk to someone, or else I'm going to burst. I'm going to burst, Chris.
Out of his seams.
I didn't even watch Avengers Infinity War.
What?
But I told you everything that happened.
Yeah,
You're just not interested.
I'm happy.
It doesn't appeal to you.
Does not appeal to me, just
And
haven't
that's
spent my
absolutely
time.
fine.
My time could have been spent watching it, but it wasn't in this world that we're living in.
Do you have any questions about the Endgame experience?
I have lots and lots of
Okay,
questions.
what are the questions?
Start off, man.
Was Thanos' car in it?
It's a Volvo.
Okay, no, so, alright, my first question is, when we spoke about Avengers last time, we spoke about dusting, and you came up with the very bold, which I thought, seeing as I've never seen any of the films before, the very bold guess, or not even a guess, proclamation that the people that got dusted hadn't died.
Okay.
You said they went Wakanda.
No, I didn't say they went Wakanda.
You said they went to the heaven in Wakanda or whatever.
Wakanda's a place.
You said they went...
No,
let's go back to the
I
episode.
said they went into the Soul Stone.
No, let's clip in the bit of the episode where you said you reckon they went to Wakanda.
Alex, I listened to that episode coming up here to do the revision.
You said they went to Wakanda.
No, I did not say they went to Wakanda.
Welcome to Wakanda.
I could specifically tell you, I was talking about how Ant-Man and the Wasp, they dealt with the quantum realm. So I said it might be something to do with the quantum realm, and I think the souls of the people that were
you said they went
were
Wakanda.
trapped in the soul store.
What is Wakanda? Is it like heaven?
No, Wakanda's a place.
It's Africa.
It's in Africa.
Oh,
it's
this
a
is gonna
country.
You want Black Panther?
Yeah, I haven't watched Black Panther.
Wakanda's a country.
Okay.
In Africa.
Is there what happens in Wakanda? Is there a place where people go where they die?
No, they died in Wakanda.
So Wakanda.
They die and go to Wakanda.
No, they
No.
died in Wakanda. The big battle happened in Wakanda.
No, the first initial battle happened in Wakanda,
There
but
was
then when he
something
did
that
the snap, then half of all living things turn into dust.
So basically, Thanos' big thing is we're overpopulated.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. I was saying I was saying it's like Nigel Farage.
Either way, yeah. We will skip back to
No. I remember
The
specifically
waiting list
you
in the
said
NHS. I said Gary
no.
Farage.
You said
Gary
Michael
Farage.
Farage.
All right.
But
Nigel
anyway.
Farage.
Jimmy Fromage.
I think you
But
said
yeah,
that.
I went through a lot of theories over the last year,
So-
and I think I actually guessed it pretty much completely right.
So
Yeah,
no
because
worries,
me and T had a discussion about Endgame. Before.
Who's T?
Tommy and me.
Oh, right.
T Dog.
My name's not really Emma, Alex, I'm afraid.
But I heard she's also now known as Tommy Anderson.
Wait, Anderson?
Tommy Anderson.
Why?
Because it's close to your name. Your surname.
Anderson. It's
Yes.
not close to my surname.
It is.
How?
It is. Because it starts with A.
Oh, wow, okay. I mean, Alpha also starts with A. I think we should go with Alpha.
Tommy Anderson.
Okay.
It's like, it like cancels the name. It's like Tommy
All right,
Anderson. Sam Michelle.
So basically, I guessed stuff when I was over the phone with you.
Can we say?
Yeah.
Are we going to say spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert.
I mean, I
If
think
you're
the fact
butthurt-
that it's called Avengers Endgame.
This
and
is
out the
spoiler.
episode-
Spoiler Rooney.
I want the spoilers on me. I've not watched any of these films. I want to be
Then-
told everything
Then,
about it.
like in in an investigation, whatever it is, just throw questions our way and we'll give you answers.
Yes, please. Can we do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So my first question: did the people that get dusted are they dead forever?
No.
Oh God, you've actually just broken the big taboo. You just told me that. I can't believe
I mean,
I didn't actually want you to tell me.
I'm not going to lie, but the people that were dusted aren't dead forever.
Hmm.
But some of the people that weren't dusted, question mark.
So wait, is Spider-Man in Avengers Endgame?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean by yeah?
Yeah, I mean, are you asking how much screen time he has?
Is he in it? Is
He's
he
in it.
alive?
He's
Where
in
is
it.
he?
He's
Where did we
alive.
first see him?
You see him at
Magically alive again.
Well, no, technically, don't they have like little flashbacks and stuff?
No, we're not talking flashbacks.
Okay.
In real
you
time.
first
where
see
is
him
he?
at the
Magically.
Avengers compound in upstate New York.
So basically, no.
Compound in
no, we don't.
upstate New
Yeah.
York.
Isn't it? No.
Snowfest.
No, isn't it? We see them when the big battles happen.
Yeah, I know, that's at the
And
Avengers
then-
compound.
Was it an Avengers
Yeah.
compound? Oh yeah, I forgot it was.
So
Isn't
what,
it?
they're all held up in the event. They've all been dusted and they end up in the Avengers
No,
compound.
No.
no. Okay, so there is actually a beautiful scene where it's the Hulk that snaps his fingers
I
to
love
get
how much
the.
Tom likes the Avengers.
No. We'll get back into how much I like it. They get the Infinity Stones because they're on a time heist.
They undo things.
The whole
Black Widow committed suicide for the Soul Stone, so she's dead forever.
Black Widow is Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, forever.
Except they are doing a Black Widow movie. So.
I've seen her on
It could be a
Hot
prequel.
Ones. Have you seen
Yeah,
Hot
but I
Ones?
think it might be like the search for Spock. Like there are certain members of the Avengers that go and search for her.
Forever. That's what they say in the film. She's dead forever.
She is, and is it like they're saying she is actually dead forever?
Yeah, because he said I tried to bring her back when I was sticking my fingers.
Who, Thanos?
No, Hulk.
The Hulk can't click his fingers, can he?
No, he's the only one that could contain
Oh
it.
yeah, that's another spoiler. Hulk. So Bruce Banner and Hulk merge into one. So he's still green, but he's got his brain and he can talk. And he's got little charisma.
He's always massive.
Yeah. But he wears
Can
shirts
he never
and
go
stuff now.
back? Can he never
He
go
wears
down?
clothes, he wears
Can he
clothes.
never go down though?
He said that he's learned how to meditate and he said he no longer sees Hulk as a disease. He sees it as a cure.
What's his house like? Does he live in a house?
Oh, we did see his house.
Yeah. But also eating food, like he's got personality with Bruce, but he looks like
That's
Hulk.
kind of cool.
Wearing glasses,
I
wearing a
like
shirt,
that. Yeah.
he's taking selfies.
That's quite good, actually.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
sick. What's the
He looks
phone
more-
look
he looks
like
more
in his
like-
hand?
and
How does
he-
he control the
and-
iPhone with his massive thumbs?
And he looks more like Mark Ruffalo. He's got more expression on
That's
his
kind of
face.
sick. Because it's smash every
I love how
iPhone.
the technology's moved on from like the first Avengers or Hulk movie.
One of the best scenes is they have to go back to the first Avengers film. So Hulk is seeing himself smashing up cars and stuff like that, and he does this. He covers himself in embarrassment.
You can't
Was I
believe it.
savage? So he had to pretend to be Hulk. So he ripped off the shirt and he thought nonchalantly, tip of the car.
Oh, that's
But
sick.
it's weird because they even given him his little mannerisms that he would have as Ruffalo. So you got him like twitching his head like Ruffalo
Yeah.
would, but as the Hulk, and it's just so weird.
Because
It's like,
if you're a comic book fan and a Hulk fan, because there's many versions of the Hulk. There's Intelligent Hulk. There's
Grey
also
Hulk.
there's Grey Hulk. No, but there's also Hulk when he's green. He's got the brains of Bruce Banner and stuff like that. So yeah,
Mate, I love this shit. But I love hearing it from you guys.
Thor.
I don't like reading it.
Thor is the best one.
Oh my god, Thor. Okay, have you watched The Big Lebowski?
The Big Lebowski, yeah.
oh yes,
How much you love the dude?
Maybe
Quite
he's
a
overrated.
lot. I think he's a bit overrated.
Thor
So I
is,
watched
He's ruined by stoners for me. You know how
Thor-
stoners love him?
that's true.
Thor is basically the dude. Except he doesn't get stoned, he just
Long
drinks a lot
hair.
of beer.
Big head, punchy belly. He's fat throughout the film.
I kind
But he's okay with
I
it.
kind of think that was the joke in the first Thor, and if they're running
What do you
with
mean
that,
that's the joke in
there's
the
a
first
joke of
Thor?
that because Thor is this Viking god, and he's this magnificent mythological creature or god or whatever. And then they did the whole thing in the film where they flipped that and to be like, oh, it's kind of light-hearted.
Well, no,
He's
to be
like-
fair, I think it's
fish
part,
out of water
I
sort of
think,
thing.
I think it's partly to do with the fact that he's depressed, that he lost so many people.
Like the big thing about at the end of the last film was it took place 5 years ago, and he had
Yeah.
the killing blow.
What, the Infinity War and Endgame, there's a
War,
five-year
yeah.
gap.
So he had the killing blow, and he failed.
He
Because
killed
he didn't
Thanos.
kill him. Thanos did that.
Okay, no, can
So
we,
he's
can we,
depressed
ju-
by it.
no, let's back up because it's going to be confusing. The initial first scene that you have is just a few weeks after. They actually find Thanos at the beginning of the movie and kill him.
Oh,
And then it skips
How
to
do they
5
kill him?
years. Stormbreaker.
of course, I could have guessed that. What's a Stormbreaker?
It's an axe.
Alex.
So it's the axe that Thor would have used to kill him.
It's the axe that was made in Nidavellir?
I don't know
Yeah,
that,
Nidavellir,
actually.
I think.
Never heard of it, really.
Because his old hammer, wiped his old hammer.
Basically, Peter
Mjolnir,
Dinklage's Hulk.
Hela broke it, remember?
Yeah, it got broken in.
Hela's the girl.
Yeah,
Hela's the god of death.
yeah, Ragnarok,
Sort
right?
of Thor's sister.
Kate Blanchett?
Yeah.
Come on!
I did say Ragnarok. I gave you a little alley-oop, and you went, don't
Yeah, mate. Dwayne,
I mean,
Dwayne
Korg
Wade
was
to
in it.
LeBron
Korg and
James.
Mick were in it.
Korg and Mick Jagger.
No, Mick, the little slug creature that
Ragnarok.
Korg carries around.
Korg is the rock guy.
That's it.
Ragnarok.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Korg.
Yeah, exactly.
They're playing online
Amazing
gaming,
character.
and then they'll threaten the guy. It's a door. I'll come in and rip your throat, blah, blah, blah.
Do you like the way that it's got quite flippant and there's jokes in it? Or do you like
I don't mind the
Do you
jokes.
like the peril?
I think
don't mind the joke.
it's starting to go down the whole pop culture thing now, where it's going to age itself very quickly, but it's funny. That's the thing. It is funny.
Soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is
Time.
really,
Amazing.
really bloody good.
And
I
you
like
can
the
put-
soundtrack to Captain Marvel, actually, because it was like
Yeah.
my childhood.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel.
Okay.
So
You
when
can
I
watch
saw
those
her,
films.
when I saw her in Avengers Endgame, I was like, oh sure.
I like that she didn't. It wasn't like she came in and saved everything.
Because she could have, right?
No, because the way that the studio were talking it up was like she's going to be the Wonder Woman of the studio. But she didn't come in and fix everything. She
But
was a part of the movie, but she was a small part of it.
But she
was a
would
small
have helped
part.
if she came in earlier on.
But couldn't she have fixed everything and just sorted
No,
it all
because
out.
she's superhuman, but
It's like I'm nailing in a nail. Halfway through, I use a hammer instead of my thumb. It's basically, this would have been a lot easier if I'd started with the hammer.
Like like what people say about Lord of the Rings, like, why didn't the Eagles just take them? That's so shit. The Eagles are doing something else.
She is the Eagles. She wouldn't have won it by herself, but there was a point where they made her like, I don't want to say Mary Sue, but she is pretty much perfect in everything. She's the powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, she couldn't beat Thanos.
she could beat Thanos, but
No, she was kicking his ass until he used one of the Infinity Stones to punch her away.
Which Infinity Stone did he use?
power.
Probably the Power Zone.
But the thing is, yeah, it's kind of like, oh, they couldn't let the woman win. Oh no, we don't want her to kill Thanos. It had to be a dude. It had
No,
to be
but I
fucking
think
Tony
it
Stark.
didn't need to be.
Tony
It
Stark
didn't
of
need
all
to be a
people.
dude. It had to be
say
one of the
that.
original Avengers.
Yeah.
You say that, but it had its big, slightly kind of cringy feminist moment.
Oh yeah.
Now,
When all the girls
they had a
banded
really
together.
good feminist moment in the first film where they were
Yeah.
like,
Go girls!
she's helping me, you know,
Yeah.
she's not alone. But then they did it this time.
Gwyneth
and it was like,
Paltrow in
something
a
about it didn't
Iron
quite-
Man suit.
it felt cringy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
Gwyneth Paltrow and an Iron Man.
Yeah, I
Her
can't
own
stand
version.
Gwyneth
She came to fight the big battle as well. Tony Stark has a kid in the 5-year absence with Pepper Pot. So Tony Stark's got a daughter. Yeah, Tony Stark's got a daughter now.
Doesn't sound right.
And then she stops and sells her Goop product halfway through.
Yeah, like anal
What's the
bleaching
daughter called? Like
syringes.
Tangerine or something?
Oh,
like
I've
that?
forgotten her name.
Morgan.
Molly or something
Tangerine.
like that.
Yeah, is
It would, wouldn't it?
the dude named Morgan? Isn't it?
Morgan, that's it.
Yeah, it's a dude name. Yeah, Morgan.
Morgan!
Yeah.
Mommy's gotta be Iron Girl right now.
Yeah, that's it. That's like kind of his relationship with the daughter.
I mean, I'm not gonna be ageist, right? But Gwyneth Paltrow is in her late 40s, right?
Yeah.
How's she gonna have a whoopsie baby?
Well, you say that, Paul Rudd's like 50.
Oh man, he looks amazing.
How does he get away with that?
Yeah.
No. All I mean is, the older a woman gets, the less likely she is to fall pregnant.
True.
And at her stage in life, she's approaching menopause.
But, you know,
No,
that's,
you can still have a baby in
we
your
can't
50s,
have that, but
No,
we
no,
can
no,
have...
but-
We can have a superpowered being.
Yeah,
Thanos.
what?
But that
Yeah,
bit's
what?
too far. Like,
No, you lost me there. Gwyneth Paltrow having a child. No.
So yeah, so
out the window.
Chris mentioned it. So you know when things are subtle, it was so on the nose. It's like a women's moment. So Captain America, the
Captain Marvel,
bald-headed
you mean?
Captain Marvel, bald-head chick from Black Panther.
Oh,
Black Widow's already
Valkyrie.
dead. So yeah, Valkyrie.
It basically was
No.
selling an
All
image.
the women that were
Yeah, in the
any
battle.
of them. What?
Yeah, all teamed up to kick ass for a bit.
Because that's the only screen time they get in the whole flipping
and
movie,
also
though.
the idea, the image of Gwyneth Paltrow wearing an Iron Man suit is kind of.
To be fair, there was a really
problematic at
cool
best.
scene where she's fighting with Iron Man, and they do like a back thing where they shoot everyone. Really cool. And then it opens up, and you realise it's Gwyneth Paltrow, and you're like, okay.
To be fair, it probably wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow when they were doing that thing.
No, it was
of
no one.
course.
It was,
Yeah, so
Why don't they just? Why doesn't she make her own suit? Why has it got to be the Iron Man suit version of a woman?
Peter made it. Not Peter. Tony made it for her.
Yeah, she
Controlling.
Oh,
She's a controller.
sorry. No, basically no. She got basically the Iron Man costume is more female figured.
Hourglass.
they were going to
Yeah.
call it Iron Lady, but they thought they had like Margaret Thatcher connotation.
And they thought it was going to be Iron Maiden as well.
Iron
Lady.
Iron Maiden. I would be like,
Iron Lady. They're like just privatizes everything. Is that what? Is that that's
Yeah,
my
pretty much.
idea. That's me
so
trying to be political.
Tony Stark is the one that ultimately puts on the what you call it?
With a big old
the
fist.
gauntlet.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a gauntlet. So he had his like nanotech Iron Man suit absorb the stones from Thanos' gauntlet.
And his pacemaker went tickly doom doom.
He went, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm having myself a fucking thing.
Yeah, and then he goes, oh, this is me God. This is me God. This is me God. I'm going. Gone.
What actually happens?
He dies.
It literally actually happens like that.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So what? Tony Stark does die?
Yeah.
Well, he goes
You
for
said
it.
he didn't.
Huh?
You said he didn't to me earlier.
Yeah, but
Chris
one of his
says a lot of
reactions.
things.
So he does die.
Yeah, he's the
So
big
Backpack Kid ruined it. Oh my god.
Huh?
Fuck! I've never even watched these films. I'm quite like.
Backpack Kid.
Backpack Kid is this Instagram kid. He's the first person to ever do the floss.
Okay.
And he posted up a picture about 2 or 3 weeks ago, before you had seen the film, before any of you had seen the film, saying Iron Man dies.
I mean, I already figured that. It was either going to be Iron Man
Yeah,
or...
But then, and then he posted a next thing about 20 minutes later saying, I haven't even watched the film yet. I'm only joking.
Oh, don't do that though.
People have got a bit more conscious of spoilers, haven't they?
I don't care about spoilers. I'll spoil it for
Iron
you.
Man
I was
dies.
so tempted to do
Wait,
an Instagram story.
what?
I was so tempted to do an Instagram story where I wrote everything.
No, I didn't.
No,
cry.
I was like, it's about time because he.
I mean, I figured as much.
I have a love-hate relationship with Tony Stark, to be honest.
I like him. I really like. I think by love-hate relationship with Tony Stark, do you mean the character or Robert Downey Jr. and him playing?
It's too much.
Can I say something?
He's overpowering. He takes over everything.
Yes, it's like it's all about me in this scene. Even like in the beginning scene when he's all weak and stuff in the chair. Where were you, Cap? Where were you? I needed you. I needed you. We needed you. It's like a
Iron Man is
sanctimonious
not the
prickiness. Like I like it. I like him Iron Man 3 because I feel like he has some sort of humility.
Sorry, are you talking about the character or the acting?
I guess it's both. Because he's the person behind the character. Yeah, it's Robert. It's like, look how great I am.
He is good though. The first two films are really, good.
No, the second one's a bit. The third one, yes.
The third one sucked.
No,
donkey balls.
I liked it. Shane Black. What?
No.
That dialogue, everything.
Third one
Hey, kid.
sucked.
You know,
maybe it's because I haven't watched all of them. Because I can imagine maybe he does steal too many scenes. Whenever I've seen a film with Tony Stark, I really like that character.
Wait, I guess I like him more in his own film. When he's part of the Avengers, he's just a prick, and you think, no, it all
Because the Avengers is more than Tony Stark.
The Avengers is an ensemble film, but it doesn't feel like it whenever Tony's there.
But maybe that's the problem with the whole thing. Because in the Thor films, Thor's the main guy. When you've got about 5 or 6 protagonists, that's never going to work.
No, but the thing is, Chris Hemsworth is okay to fall back. He's fine as part of an ensemble.
Yeah, he doesn't mind. He doesn't
same with the others.
The spotlight. It's in when Tony's in the. It's like it's like the Tony and Chris. Well, I would say Chris Evans show, but it's the Tony
Mark
and
Ruffalo.
they were good.
But even Chris Evans, he's not too overpowering.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It feels like it's basically about them two, it's about Captain America and Iron Man.
The thing is, it shouldn't even be about Iron Man. Captain America it's called the first Avenger for a bloody reason. He's the leader of the team.
Yeah, but is that Robert Downey Jr.'s fault that he's stealing the fucking spotlight?
I mean, if they're paying him that much, they need him on screen more. That's
at what point of the film does he die? Right at the end?
At the end, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that means...
the big funeral at the end.
It's not like they're killing him at the beginning.
Yeah.
They would never kill him at the beginning because they need him for screen time, right?
Yeah. Big funeral. No, but at the same time...
if they're paying him 50 to 100 million...
No, but the thing is, I understood it. Okay, so this had the film...
Tony Stark dies.
There's a bigger thing.
Benedict Cumberbatch made a cameo.
Bigger thing.
Benedict Cumberbatch made a cameo because this is how they did it. The screen time...
Hello.
Yeah.
No, more
How
American.
dare you?
More American.
How
American.
bloody dare you?
Captain Magnificent.
No,
Doctor Strange.
No, I'm telling you, he has like a lisp or something, doesn't he? And he's American.
Yeah, but yeah, this is what happened. The fact that this is like in a way, is his exit from the film franchise.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, so the screen time was mostly Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr. Only towards the end, there's more of them. Oh yeah, there's Black Panther, he's back. Yeah, Spider-Man, he's back. Oh, Doctor Strange.
Maybe they'll get another film in a bit.
That's why they didn't focus on him. The main focus was on Ant-Man.
Saying goodbye, maybe.
Ant-Man's going to another film, but the main people was their goodbye. Hulk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hulk, who knows what's going to happen with Hulk?
So,
for me, sorry, before you continue.
Sorry.
It's my fault. I'm going to shut up. If I do shut up, I'm happy Black Widow died. That means Hulk is going to find Betty.
Is it Liv Tyler Betty or...
We don't know. It depends how they
Oh,
go.
it was.
No, but the thing is, Hulk isn't getting his own movie. Universal has rights to that.
No, but then again, because even in the comic books, Hulk always worked better in ensemble places.
Yeah, but he doesn't have ties to the old Avengers.
But then
I mean,
like
the
Mark
new
Ruffalo.
Avengers, sorry.
I like him.
So do I.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Technically, it's Marvel.
Why is there no X-Men people in the...
technically it's
Avengers
Marvel,
then?
but like I told you, I went through this with you before.
Sony.
No, Fox
done
own
Marvel.
X-Men.
But now Disney
did.
and Fox.
Yeah, no, but that
Disney
hasn't
and
gone
Fox.
through yet.
Not yet,
And
but-
it takes time
Yeah.
to integrate.
Because I want there to be... What's the Doctor? The blue guy in X-Men.
Wheels?
The Nightwalker?
The
Nightcrawler?
wolfy blue... Oh, is
Oh, the
it?
Beast.
I like him.
Yeah, Hank McCoy.
I mean, just watch a fucking X-Men movie. Get over it.
And
Anyway.
with Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer, aka
Right.
We're
Frasier.
out of Sherry.
Frasier, yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry.
Chris, you heard that Alex loved the movie. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was fine.
Ooh, I think you're a bit more jazzed on it than you thought.
I've gone through all the films that I've seen. With all the Marvel films, anyway. I've gone through Marvel fatigue, where now that I've seen them, they're all kind of samey. I like them, but they're making the same sort of quips, smart aleck jokes. They're very up their own asses, I will say that as well. But I still enjoy them. This one, I thought 3 hours of the same stuff, this is going to suck. But I'll watch it because it's the last one. Pleasantly surprised. Not bad.
I think you liked it more than you expected. I think you liked it more than
you didn't even care about it when we did the Infinity War.
Yeah, you weren't jazzed on
Infinity War. I was underwhelmed anyway because I thought, well,
I loved it.
A little bit.
For me, I loved Infinity War.
I thought it was great, but it was meant to be more. It was meant to really feel like, this is stake time.
No, it was a cliffhanger. It couldn't give you everything.
Oh, no. But my point is, even with that I felt like, well, this was meant to happen.
Infinity Wars, to me, was Thanos' backstory and whatever come to life. It's now his turn in the spotlight. Because he's been in the shadows for such a long time. It came to a point where we got bored. Like, is he ever going to show up in the film? You know,
was Thanos the antagonist of Endgame?
Yeah.
Because when you said
he died at the beginning,
and then when we were talking about Infinity War, you also said he's kind of a good guy in a way.
Okay, the reasons he was doing it was overpopulation. So he had his reasons for doing it. He probably just didn't pick the perfect plan.
But he's the bad guy.
He didn't do it because he wanted to hurt.
Evil. He's evil through and through. But he's an evil. But then again, he comes across as an intelligent evil guy. So he did evil acts, but for he's rational reasons. But they say the best villains are the ones who's got valid reasons, but they're about it the wrong way.
It's not like he was doing it.
Yeah.
There's a point where he's torturing Nebula just because he can, and then he gets Howard the Duck out, and Howard the Duck starts shooting Nebula, and he just does that for a joke.
I did love Howard.
Yeah, Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck was not in.
I love that Howard the Duck got Captain America's shield at the end.
Howard the Duck. I was surprised Noel Edmonds made an appearance, but he was there. And then but there's points where he will say
it wouldn't have made sense, Mr. Blobby being in it if Noel Edmonds.
What are you talking about, Mr. Blobby?
You got every Avenger. That's what you've got, Blobby included. But the point is, he was a much more evil villain in this. Because my thing is, he aged, with that age came a bit more wisdom. But because I went back in time, he was a little bit more sceptical, a bit more evil. He hadn't
Who's Thanos' mum then?
Deirdre? I don't know.
Do we not know Thanos' mum?
I think she's a Celestial or something.
Mrs. Thanos.
Miss Thanos. Miss T.
What's Thanos' surname?
Thanos.
Just
Black Rogers?
Not Black Rogers. Thanos Black Rogers.
So basically, there was like little errors in some of the plot. So now Black Widow can't come back.
Okay,
Gamora. They went back in time for Gamora.
They felt no one asked
me. They went Gamora, Italy.
Fine.
What do you think?
You know what? Fine. It doesn't matter. You guys don't care.
No, Tommy, I know you liked it. Come on.
I thought it was fine.
Oh!
Jump in my grave and take my comment.
Yeah, no, I'm repeating what you said. It was enjoyable. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It was enjoyable.
What did you give Infinity War?
Probably a 9.
Dude, I enjoyed Infinity War.
Infinity War was so much better. Okay, they had good moments, and I liked the movie up until a certain point. I guessed everything that happened in the movie, which kind of was a drawback.
You didn't.
I did. I actually did.
Literally, I can vouch for her. I can 100%, no lie, put my hand on the Bible.
You said they went Wakanda.
No, I didn't. Go back and listen. I never fucking said
they went to Wakanda as well. So.
No, I know what Wakanda is. You apparently don't. I would never say they went to Wakanda.
It's a big battle.
Okay, and also not just that, Sat. In one of my group chats, I actually threw out the idea that because of Ant-Man and the Wasp, it's quantum realm and time travel. So I fucking figured out the plot of the fucking movie as well.
And also in the end of the film, Captain America's task with putting the stones back.
This is what I'm trying to get to. It was fine up until that fucking point.
The cliche point.
Okay, because what they had done, because there was a time how I said go back in time to collect all these stones from different points of time, right? Because Thanos has destroyed them in present day, so no one can reverse it. So they set in motion that they can't change anything unless, and if they do, it splits off into several different timelines. My problem is he went back in time to put back the stones back to where they were. Even though they'd already fucked things up. Like, Loki got the Tesseract and disappeared.
She's alive again now.
Captain America knows that Bucky is alive in 2012. And then he went back to the 40s, stayed with the love of his life. He stayed with the love of his life, which is, sweet and everything, whatever. But then also, that's it. She's going to shut up because it's from her side of the family, not her husband.
Which is a really good scene as well.
Also, she was supposed to get married and have kids with someone else, so they're just gone from existence.
Right.
Which will have ripple effects anyway.
So
and also, he has to sit through 70 years of knowing that Peggy has founded a company that is infested with Hydra, and he's done nothing about it. So he's just sitting back, chillaxing, and in the 40s he knows that Bucky is being tortured by Hydra, and yet, somehow, how the fuck did he end up in the same spot that they were? Because he should have been in a completely different timeline. or alternate reality, because they've completely fucked everything over. And also, it diminishes the character of Captain America, don't you think, that he's just sitting back?
No, I don't blame him.
No, come on.
I'm like, you're
There's
Mr.
no
Selfless.
way.
That's
There's
America's
no way
ass.
he would
He's
sit
America's ass. He's gonna show Peggy that ass. That's
Come
one
on.
of the jokes in the film, by the way.
There's no way
Yeah,
that
because when you said, the suit he was wearing in the first Avengers, we should get you a better suit. But he said, your ass looks nice in that. Kim Kardashian's America's ass.
Cedric said that the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That makes sense, right? Yeah? You're thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so Captain America there's no way he would let Bucky stay under the control of Hydra for
No,
for
but
decades.
okay.
There's no way that he would have ruined
Before you continue, the directors say, they're not vague. It's vague and ambiguous. They're saying that you're kind of right that there might be an alternative timeline that
No, but
existed.
no. The thing is, he should not have ended back at that point. Okay, I'm fine with all these alternate realities, alternate timelines. How the hell did he show up as an old man in that timeline? That's what fucked me over.
So the thing is,
But if he sent a message through the time portal, fine, I get that. He should not have showed up at that point in
two
time.
big things about that. First one is, all right, the arse thing. Captain America is the only person that
Yeah,
actually
he's
managed to
got
check
an
out his own
amazing
arse,
arse.
and he likes his own arse. That's great. That was a perfect
He
scene.
does have an
10 out of
amazing
10.
arse, yeah.
Second bit is if you go back and you change all these events, you basically negated yourself.
Yeah.
You're not doing those things now. That means that everything that happened up to that point, because he goes back in time to give the stone, he doesn't come back. Oh, what the hell? And they see an old man sitting on a bench, and it's like, it's him. He's just been.
He gives
here
the
for last 7 years.
shield to Sam Wilson.
The point is, it's
Papa
like,
Doc. Papa Doc's got the
Sounds a
shield
bit
now.
like jumping the shark, mate.
a little bit.
He should not have been there.
And at the same
in the
time,
laws that they have
Papa Doc
represented.
changed time so much
Exactly.
that they shouldn't remember this shit. They shouldn't even remember that he just went back in time.
So they did a whole time. Well,
Because that's the thing. They said if they change things in the past, it's not going to change their reality. It's going to split off that into a different timeline.
But that is
So
Whenever
basically, fundamentally, he should not have fucking shown up at the end of the movie.
Whenever any film gets into time travel, you've got to really spend a lot of your time thinking about it. It doesn't sound like.
No, but the thing is, they came up with their own rules. I'm going by their rules that they came up with.
And that's okay if the rules are sort of they make sense and they sort of you're
It
happy
would make
to go
sense
with them.
if you just sent a message through the time portal rather than showing up. Would have made sense.
So they didn't go with the whole butterfly effect thing that if you go back and change the tiniest
No,
thing.
So basically, they're saying no matter what happens in the past, the present will stay the same. But any differences
And you felt
that
happy
occur,
with that?
It's their rules. But
Yeah.
No, I would have been happy with that. He shouldn't have shown up though, because they've changed a lot and they've messed with the timeline. He
This
would
is
have been.
interesting.
He would have been in an alternate
So when
reality.
you were watching the film, how much of your time was spent thinking that stuff?
I mean, this only happened in the last 5 minutes.
and when you saw that, were you like,
Well, yeah, no. When I saw that, like, Loki getting away and Nebula dying in the past, Nebula is the robot character, you remember?
yeah,
The
green
blue
girl
one.
or the blue
So-
one?
No, the blue one. So basically, the past version of her and Thanos and all the rest of them were killed in the present. So that would have been enough to fuck everything up.
Yeah, because they still established the whole rules of what happens to you in the past. If I get a scratch now, my future self will have that scratch. They established that. I think
You'll have a
what it was
scar.
on the scene, but you have a scar. So there's a whole thing where what happens to you in the past will happen to you in the future. They've got that rule down.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Back to the Future rules. That's like, you have your splitting off timelines
Yeah.
and things like that.
You can make your own rules up, but they
But
just
you have to adhere
they
to
have
them.
yeah, exactly, and they have to make sense. They obviously don't make sense because you talk about time travel, but you have to be happy to be like, okay, I buy into that. That's cool. Let's go. And you can't spend too much time nitpicking and being like, that doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense.
No, the whole ending didn't make sense. That's my problem.
They've had a lot of trouble with
the thing is with
Avengers.
if they hadn't said what the rules were, I probably wouldn't have taken that much of an issue with it.
Did you, Satya, did you
did.
think about the rules? And that
They
when you were
devoted
watching it?
time to talk about the different timelines.
For me, is when them ones they shot themselves in the foot in terms of the rules. I forgot the rules after. I was just caught up in the moment. I was like, oh, look at him, he's giving a shit to Papa Doc. Oh my gosh. I was, oh, he's with Peggy, they're dancing to the old jazzy music. I was caught up in the moment.
Yeah. Were you caught up in the moment, Tommy?
No.
You were pissed off about the rules?
My mind is working like
And
1,000
I think
miles
they
an
were
hour.
mentioned, oh, CGI, Chris Evans looking like an old man.
The aging technology is getting better and better. Because they de-aged Samuel Jackson and Clark Gregg for Captain Marvel, and that worked out
I was
really
about to say, Samuel Jackson comes in, and that motherfucker looks like a CGI effect all in himself.
Is it like
Kind of like
Dr.
Peter
Hibbert
Cushing,
in
kind of.
The Simpsons.
A
Did
little
they
bit.
give him like an afro or something like that?
Not quite, but
To be like
they
the
might as well
90s.
have, you know.
Like a fade. Wearing like a Public Enemy t-shirt or something like that. This is the 90s.
Because they did something like that in Captain Marvel, I think. They gave him hair, if anything,
Yeah.
you know.
But it's funny enough because in the 90s, he had receding hairline. That's his hairstyle. Why can you not go with the hairstyle he had in the real 90s?
Because
Oh, that'd
it's
be cool.
fiction.
Like in
That's
187.
true.
If you seen 187,
Yeah.
187 is a great film.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
god.
it's fiction, and he got to do what he wanted. He's Michael motherfucking Jackson. Not Michael.
Michael.
Samuel.
Michael Jackson comes out as Nick Fury. Yeah, well,
Samuel
that is some good
Lee
special effects.
Jackson.
Look at that
Samuel
CGI
Lee
right there.
Jackson.
Samuel
Michael Jackson
motherfucking
also
L.
wears
Jackson.
one diamonded glove. So maybe that's where you
Samuel
go.
Lee Jackson. Motherfucker.
Isn't it weird they call him Samuel? I call him Samuel Jackson.
Samuel L.
Samuel
motherfucking Jackson.
L.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
Samuel motherfucking
Yeah,
Jackson.
but
Samuel Jackson.
I believe that's his legal name. Samuel
That's it.
L. motherfucking
I was
Jackson.
really confused by the cast change to have Michael Jackson as Nick Fury. And you know what? It worked. He didn't say a damn word, but he did wink a lot.
And as it was dying, when
Was it white
Oh, no,
Michael
but-
Jackson
okay.
or black Michael Jackson?
Oh, why? They really changed it up.
One scene I did love was the when Strange brings them all to the compound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm just going to bring everyone together right now.
He doesn't know I love Benedict Cumberbatch, does he?
I think he does. He does.
so he didn't really do much. For
No,
a guy
but-
for a guy who had a huge part in the last film, that's the thing that kind of confused me. I was like, "Where's Doctor Strange?"
Kind of.
He
No, but
basically
he's
rounded up
not
the
supposed
cavalry.
to.
He rounded up the cavalry, but I was like, he's the reason why you guys kind of survived in a way, because he's the one who he hinted, because Tilda Swinton made an appearance.
Oh, who was
Yeah.
she?
She's the ancient one.
We need to talk about Doctor Strange.
You need to watch Doctor Strange, I think, maybe.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange.
You haven't seen Doctor Strange?
Oh, man, you
I've seen
can't-
Ant-Man and
you
the
can
Wasp.
joke about anything except Doctor Strange.
I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I was, and I
What
was
about the Green Lantern? That's DC, you mutte.
That looked piss awful as well.
Is it DC?
I
Yeah.
was literally about to say,
It is
come on,
DC.
man. Come on.
Sorry.
no, I was just saying. So yeah, Tilda Swinton, Hulk got the what stone was it? Time stone.
Time Stone.
Yeah.
Time stone from her, because she went. He gave it away because she spent the whole time like saying no, not gonna give you stone. No, no. You see, evil spirits will inhabit the forces. If I give you the stone, no. But
And then
Doctor
she,
Strange
like-
gave us the stone.
Yeah.
What?
I never understood the whole thing. Like, he gave away the stone, like, to save Stark, but it's like
No.
handing over victory. Like, I never understood
He
that.
would have got the stone anyway, but Tony Stark had to be the one that destroyed him.
It had to be Tony.
Wish
Yeah,
I
because
knew
he's the one that
everything
killed him at
you
the
knew.
end.
I know, but who dictates that? It could be anyone.
That's one of the
Vision?
realities
Yeah.
that
he saw.
Doctor
Oh,
Strange.
the one that he
Yes,
saw.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yes, he did have a moment. He's like, "What happens in the future? Do I need to know? You don't need to know. Some future is gonna happen to you at the right moment."
I don't think you guys are appreciating Benedict Cumberbatch enough.
I think they are. I think we are. I mean, he has a quality.
He hasn't like unearthly looking handsomeness and attractiveness about him.
Handsomeness.
For an
He looks
alien.
like one of the royal family.
It does, and also
Yeah, a lot.
he looks like
They look like horses.
he looks like he holds a penny between his butt cheeks as he told you.
That's
Hopefully
as
that comes
Doctor
across
Strange.
well on the...
That's as Doctor Strange. Like people
That's
that
my impression of him. What's the Doctor Strange again? Moment.
Because he's like a lawnmower, right? He gets going like, what do you on a chat show or something? You know, tell us about your new film. Wow.
hey, you guys don't actually know. You only know Doctor Strange, don't you?
I know. Sherlock as well. Sherlock's alright.
Yeah, Sherlock.
I don't like it. Stop it.
And he was alright as a sympathetic slave owner in 12 Years a Slave.
Oh no, that sucks.
He was a sympathetic slave.
No.
I would watch that.
No,
He is
but if you see
sympathetic.
interviews, even he said, yeah, it doesn't matter. He might be a good man in the time, but he's still a bad man. So fuck it. Fuck all you guys. And I'm walking out.
He was a good dragon.
He was a good dragon.
Yeah,
he was a
the
good
best
dragon.
part of the Hobbit movies.
I mean, yeah, the Hobbit movies sucked, didn't
They
they?
sucked mass.
Such-
It doesn't suck as much as Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2.
Yeah, but...
One wasn't that bad. Two, oh my god.
No, 1 it felt like a children's film. I was
Oh,
like,
when Johnny Depp came in, I just
Yeah, I was like,
that-
wait a minute, you got rid of Colin Farrell for Johnny Depp.
Outta
You know what?
here.
Yeah, Colin Farrell is a bit of hit and miss as an actor for
No,
me.
I
Phone
think he
booth.
was good.
Sick movie.
Sick and Phone Booth. In
He-
Bruges.
he-
I love
he-
it in
yeah,
Bruges.
yeah.
Sometimes he went through a period where he was just picking the
Seven
project that paid him the
Psychopaths
most.
as well. Seven Psychopaths.
Seven Psychopaths. Yeah.
Not as good as In Bruges, but In Bruges I would call a masterpiece.
The Killing of the Sacred Deer. He was shit.
The thing that I've got from Avengers after speaking to you guys, first of all, I would rather spend 45 minutes having people tell me what happens in the film than watch the 3-hour film, because I love watching you guys talk about it. Secondly, I haven't, because there's so many films, people that I know that have devoted their time to it, not one person I've spoken to is 100% happy. And everyone has different problems with it, which I find interesting. Everyone's like, I'm okay with that, but this, they can't make it perfect.
Actually,
there's no such thing as a perfect movie.
this is my verdict. It's a nice bookend. That's why I kept saying it was a bookend. It's the end of a journey. Because, our adolescence was spent on those motherfucking films.
Speak for yourself.
I think it's a decent movie. It's a good movie. It's an enjoyable movie. But it was ultimately flawed, and it ruined a great character.
Would you call it a disappointment?
Well, Captain America was a disappointment because she believed in his ass.
No, ruined which character?
Captain America.
So the main message you got from Avengers Endgame is that it ruined Captain America.
I believe it ruined Captain America.
No. The comic books ruined it when they became Hydra. Hail Hydra.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay.
But they reference that. They reference that as a joke.
Again, that's another inconsistency. Now the Strike Team and the Hydra members think Captain America is part of Hydra. So again, that completely fucks up the Winter Soldier movie.
Gonna go around and sum up the film in one sentence.
There's no way.
Satye, one sentence.
Okay, I'll try.
Tom, do you want to go first?
Actually, no, you go first.
No, you go first.
Chris, you go first. One sentence.
It was a gem.
Oh, is that about the
To be
Stones?
honest,
Joanne?
I
All right,
think,
Dad.
Yeah. Well,
No,
you
yeah.
know what? Fuck it. I don't have an opinion. I think it did a good job of... The first film was good for making Thanos a more realistic villain. He needed that. But he still needed an evil edge, and they gave him that edge. And they made him a bit cooler as well in this one. I think it was good that everyone came back, and... yeah, I liked it.
Do you really think Thanos was that? I think they tried to make him like he was an all-out villain.
He had to regress, didn't he?
This set,
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
make it a
He
second.
was an
regressed.
No
all-out
possible way.
villain rather than the first movie. He had a
possible way.
reason for being,
Yeah, he's a very smart strategic.
and now he seems more psycho.
But it's
Yeah.
a different timeline, Thanos. I mean, what I mean is, over a few years ago, before he'd learned
True,
a couple of things,
2014, yeah.
He'd just learned he's got to kill his daughter.
What?
He's a bit more sympathetic.
He
Get the
killed
stone.
Gamora to get the stone.
Yeah.
What's your sentence, Thomas?
Oh, by the way, that's another thing. So poor Hawkeye never even mentioned. Hawkeye was prominent in this
Oh,
film.
yeah.
His
Oh, yeah,
family
he did
disappeared.
well.
His family got dusted. So he became a vigilante, killing people, all villains.
Yeah, it was a bit
killing
edgy.
in Mexico.
Oh, and
he
there
got a
was the-
haircut. He got a fucking edgy haircut.
Oh my god, there was that
tattoos.
Japanese guy that was
Yeah.
playing the gangster. What was his name?
Jesus.
Ryuki Sanada?
Sonata? Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing it.
See,
Hiroki
Hawkeye,
Sanada.
I'm watching out for you, mate. They don't care about you. You never got mentioned in this flipping podcast.
But that's very... Hawkeye never gets mentioned.
No,
Even in the
no,
film.
don't
Hawkeye
do
actually,
that.
no, Hawkeye
is the
played
heart.
the part, yeah.
No,
Is he?
Hawkeye is
Is he?
the heart of the Avengers. Yes,
Hawkeye is the heart of the Avengers.
100%. He basically
Why
the
has he
best
not been
thing.
brought up then?
Well, it's not called Hawkheart.
I did.
Isn't
I did.
Iron Man the heart of the Avengers?
No, he's the
Iron Man
libido,
has like
the ego.
a tin thing
He's the
Hawkeye's
ego.
the eye.
instead of a heart.
He's the ego.
If they form like Voltron, Hawkeye is the heart.
The best character development, because I feel like they hinted out a potential romance between him and Black Widow. But the
No,
best-
I like that they didn't do that.
It's platonic, I
Yeah.
think.
yeah,
They were family.
It's mother and
They were
father.
the family that they made.
Yeah.
They found each other and they made
They wanted
it
to have
each other's
sex with
family.
each other, though, didn't
Yeah.
they?
no, but then
No.
you realize I'm married and I got kids.
Yes,
Where did the kids come
yes,
from?
And she was part of their
It was
family.
Oedipus.
Yeah.
Oedipus was there.
Auntie Natasha.
Oh, Auntie Natasha.
That's what they call her.
Big Phil Puss.
Okay, I'm done, guys. I'm finished. I'm getting out of here. Bye.
What's your sentence, Tarmin?
A bit of grief, the time heist, and some awesome fighting. But then it was overwhelming, the fighting, because they crammed so many in there and trying to pick out who's who. I don't know. I can't fit it in a sentence. I don't think.
It's a big crowd pleaser. in
Yeah.
its own
Is
way.
it better than Lord of the Rings?
No.
No.
And that sentence doesn't make sense. That's gibberish, Alex.
Even I say no.
I'm triggered.
No, it's not better. Okay.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings.
Oh my
No,
god,
that's
Sam,
triggering.
what's wrong
No.
with you?
One of my best friends, her great-great-granddad was the publisher of the Lord of the Rings books and Hobbit.
So more... Okay, I'm pretty sure we had this conversation last week, didn't we? Yeah.
Okay, see you guys later then anyway. Bye.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Oh, actually, one more thing. Yeah, we're going to introduce that again in August. Like, it's the first time he's been on.
And by the way, the Dorks Deduction, that's America's ass.
And if you guys want to check out the Milk and Cereal channel on YouTube, we've got All I Do Is Fail now and We're Essential.
Yeah, that's debatable coming up soon.
Yeah.
That is debatable.
Keep an eye out.
No, it's not.
It's debatable coming up
The
soon.
only thing that isn't debatable
is that's debatable. Debate show. On you.
Choose.
Choose.